If you're running a coaching business, an agency, or some sort of service-based business, I'm almost 100% sure that your pricing sucks. Your offer is terrible, you don't know how to price things right, and I'm honestly talking out of experience. And trust me, I was not better when I started. At this point, I'm running an e-com coaching business which is making around $250K a month, and one of the reasons we were able to scale is that the pricing is on point. However, when I started out, I basically started teaching people just for a couple of $100 because in my head, it was impossible to charge high prices in the beginning before they already know me. When in reality, that is complete bullshit. And for example, a huge mistake which I've been seeing people do in the agency field is they charge a monthly retainer and profit share, or even worse, just profit share or just a monthly retainer, and that's it. They don't have a setup fee. And this can actually lead to so many different problems. But before we even get into the problems, you might be thinking, yeah, but in my niche, I cannot charge like triple the amount. You can. You have no idea how much money you can actually charge if you do things right. The golden rule is this: 3 times the monthly retainer is an upfront fee. That's it. You need to pay at least 3 times more. For example, if it's 2K a month, 6K is a setup fee. And here's why it's so important. Because people who already paid 6K are gonna stay for much longer in your agency already. If they're just in the agency and they paid for 1 month, nothing really stops them from going. Even if you have some sort of contract where you have to stay three months or something like that. First of all, we both know how international contracts work and they kind of suck, and you're gonna have tons of issues with that as well. But besides that, people are gonna have a much lower barrier of leaving. Like, they didn't really commit a lot to you. However, if you have a setup fee, and for example, you in your agency takes a couple of months until you do see the results, you need to have that. If you have the client for 1 month and you tell them, look, the results are gonna come in 2 or 3 months, they basically might think, all right, the first month was not that great because I didn't get the results yet, let me bounce. And they would have gotten the results after a couple of months, but they don't stick. So charging 3x as a starter is crucial if you are running an agency. Do not fear experimenting with the price, all right? Even if you lose a couple of clients here and there because you want to charge more, you can always do one thing. You can always just go down in price and pretend like you give them a discount. Let's say you charge 3K normally for your program, but now you want to try to increase that to 4K. You try that, the person says, look, I would really want to do it, but only for 3K, 4K is just too much, I don't have that, which in reality, that almost doesn't happen. But just to get that fear out of your head, if that happens, you're like, look, if you promise me that you're gonna be on point with everything and you actually do exactly what I tell you, one thing we can do is you can do 3K right now, and the other 1K you pay me after you already make the 3K back. For example, you offer them a discount. It sounds logical because you offered them a discount not out of a place where you're the simp and you basically you're just like, all right, I need a new client, so whatever, I'm gonna do whatever you want. But it's like, all right, if you do exactly what I tell you, if you follow up, you promise me 100%, you follow up with everything I tell you, you will still pay it, but a little bit later. And to that, nobody's gonna say no if that was their real objection. Obviously, if they are concerned about other things, they're also not gonna buy for 3K, and guess what? They also wouldn't buy for 2 or 1K. Also, if you're running an agency and you have some sort of installment plans, the thing I'm about to tell you, if you don't do it yet, is gonna change everything. Because what you need to do is, number one, you have to have a payment provider where they charge your client automatically every month. That's number one, because if you don't do that, they will have to make the decision every single month to pay you. That decision gets taken away from them if it charges out of their bank account. And even though you agreed on something, it doesn't mean that they don't have to make another decision again. Because trust me, they do have to make a decision. Even if you said, all right, minimum duration is 4 months, they still, if they have to pay, they will need to think, do I really want it next month? Do I really want it this time? Maybe I already understood everything they're doing. Let me just do it by myself. It literally doesn't happen if you charge it automatically. Second, if you have an agency and you, for example, say, all right, my pricing is 6K, 2K a month, and the minimum duration is 3 months. You need to make sure that it continues automatically after 3 months if they don't want to cancel. You obviously need to convey that very, very transparently in a sales call, and you just tell them, if you want to cancel after 3 months, you can. If you don't, we keep going for 2K a month, right? That, again, takes away the extra decision from the person. And if they don't have that extra decision, they just keep going in so many cases. And look, in the end of the day, the only thing which actually is going to ensure that people are staying with you is your product. That's obvious. If you have really good services, most of the people who work with you are going to stay longer. But still, your churn rate is going to be significantly higher, even with an amazing product, if you don't have those tweaks. So if you are running an agency, some sort of SMMA business, a coaching business, whatever, you need to subscribe to this channel, because if you enjoy content like this, you need to watch the next things. We're gonna be dropping banger after banger after banger. It's literally not gonna stop. Subscribe to the channel and watch next videos. You're gonna see for yourself.